figures in women's sports is trying to bring women's soccer to the Queen City. Indiana Fever guard Caitlin Clark is reportedly joining FC Cincinnati's bid for...
Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham are suddenly part of a sports story that has fans asking some serious questions. Reports have connected the WNBA stars to a major investment involving the National Women's Soccer League, with speculation surrounding a potential $100 million deal. But how much of that story is actually true? And what could this unexpected development mean for Clark's future beyond basketball? Caitlin Clark, one of the biggest names in women's basketball, has now stepped into the world of professional soccer, not as a player, but as an investor. The WNBA star has joined an ownership group connected to an effort to bring an NWSL expansion franchise to Cincinnati. And this isn't simply a publicity move. Clark's involvement represents something much bigger for women's sports. After winning WNBA Rookie of the Year and becoming one of basketball's most recognizable stars, she is now using her platform to support another rapidly growing women's professional league. Clark has reportedly become part of FC Cincinnati's ownership group as they pursue an NWSL expansion team. Her presence could provide the bid with an enormous boost because of her popularity, influence, and connection with Cincinnati area sports fans. FC Cincinnati executives have praised Clark's involvement.
A part of the National Women's Soccer League. Our partners at the Cincinnati Enquirer spoke with FC Cincinnati team officials who confirmed that Caitlin Clark is in fact joining as a member of the bidding,
highlighting her status as a role model and her commitment to growing opportunities for women in sports. Her participation could also help shine a brighter spotlight on women's soccer at a time when investment, visibility, and attendance continue to grow. For Clark, this could be the beginning of something much larger than a simple business investment. She is showing that her influence can extend beyond the basketball court and potentially help shape the future of professional women's sports. And that may be the most exciting part of this entire story. Women's sports have historically faced major gaps in funding, exposure, and investment compared with men's leagues. When a superstar like Clark steps forward to support another women's sport, it sends a powerful message. Women's professional sports deserve serious attention, serious investment, and serious opportunities to grow. The reported $100 million figure, however, should be treated carefully unless officially confirmed. What is clear is that Clark's involvement in the Cincinnati NWSL bid has created significant buzz, and it could become an important moment in the continued expansion of women's soccer. And the story gets even more interesting. Caitlin Clark isn't the only young sports superstar making moves outside her primary career. Angel Reese has also stepped into the ownership world by investing in a professional soccer team, suggesting that a new generation of athletes may be approaching their careers very differently. Instead of simply earning money from their playing careers, these stars are beginning to think like entrepreneurs and investors. They're putting their own resources into sports they believe in and helping build opportunities that could benefit women's athletics for years to come. It naturally raises the question, could Clark and Reese be exchanging ideas and learning from each other as they navigate this new territory? When most people hear Caitlin Clark's name, basketball is obviously the first thing that comes to mind. She has already established herself as one of the WNBA's biggest stars and captured Rookie of the Year honors. But limiting Clark to basketball alone may overlook just how naturally athletic she really is. There have even been videos circulating online showing Clark displaying impressive skills on a soccer field. Her movement, balance, speed, and coordination suggest that she has the type of natural athletic ability that could translate well across different sports. While there's no indication that she plans to leave basketball, it's certainly entertaining to imagine what she might look like competing at a professional level in another sport. And soccer isn't the only example. Clark has also shown flashes of ability on the golf course. Her appearances at celebrity and charity golf events have attracted attention, particularly when she has shared the course with legendary athletes such as Tom Brady. Think about the crossover appeal there. One of the biggest stars in women's basketball alongside a 7-time Super Bowl champion. Those events aren't just fun appearances, they showcase Clark's personality, competitiveness, and versatility to audiences far beyond the WNBA. That versatility is becoming a major part of Clark's brand. Whether she's shooting basketballs, kicking a soccer ball, or competing on the golf course, she consistently brings the same competitive energy. That kind of crossover appeal is rare and makes her an increasingly valuable figure throughout the sports world. Her ability to remain involved in different sports while maintaining her basketball career is another reason she has become such a powerful ambassador for women's athletics. Clark makes elite competition look natural, and her growing presence outside basketball only strengthens her influence. The answer may be connected to geography and familiarity. Cincinnati sits relatively close to Clark's Midwest roots, making the city a logical choice for someone looking to build a long-term presence in the region. Ohio and Indiana are neighboring states, and Clark already has strong connections throughout the Midwest. That makes this investment feel less random and more strategic. Rather than simply attaching herself to a team somewhere across the country, Clark appears to be supporting an opportunity in a region that already feels familiar. FC Cincinnati also confirmed Clark's involvement with the ownership group pursuing an NWSL franchise. The organization highlighted her passion for soccer and her commitment to creating greater opportunities for women in sports. Clark isn't simply building a basketball career anymore. She is creating a broader legacy around sports, business, community, and investment. By becoming involved in the effort to bring professional women's soccer to Cincinnati, she could help generate attention for the sport while strengthening her own connection to the Midwest. For an athlete still early in her professional career, thinking this far ahead is remarkable. Clark is proving that her influence doesn't have to stop when the final buzzer sounds. She may be building something that lasts long after her playing days are over. Cincinnati isn't simply another city hoping to capitalize on the growing popularity of women's soccer. The area already has a passionate soccer community, an established professional sports culture, and fans who have repeatedly demonstrated that they will support their teams. That gives Cincinnati an important advantage as it competes for an NWSL expansion franchise. Several other markets are also pursuing opportunities to join the league, making the race increasingly competitive. But Cincinnati can point to something those markets can't easily manufacture: an existing fan base with genuine enthusiasm for soccer. FC Cincinnati has already demonstrated that the city can support professional soccer at a high level. Strong attendance, passionate supporters, and an established sporting infrastructure create the kind of foundation an NWSL club would need to succeed. Her participation isn't simply about putting her name behind another sports project. It connects her with an already growing movement and gives Cincinnati an internationally recognizable athlete who can help generate attention for women's soccer. The relationship could benefit both sides. Cincinnati gains Clark's enormous platform and influence, while Clark gets the opportunity to help build something connected to the future of women's sports. Today's biggest athletes are no longer waiting until retirement to become business leaders. They are investing, building companies, joining ownership groups, and creating opportunities that can continue generating impact long after their playing careers end. LeBron James is one of the clearest examples of this approach, with investments spanning entertainment, consumer businesses, and professional sports. Serena Williams has also become a major force in the investment world, backing companies while advocating for greater opportunities for women. Clark appears to be following that same broader philosophy, but with a particularly strong connection to women's sports. There is a major difference between saying you support women's athletics and actually putting resources behind it. Clark's involvement in the Cincinnati NWSL bid represents a concrete investment in the future of professional women's soccer. When globally recognized athletes become involved with women's sports, they bring millions of existing fans with them. That additional exposure can create opportunities for new sponsorships, stronger media attention, increased investment, and larger audiences. More investment can ultimately mean better facilities, improved resources for athletes, stronger league infrastructure, and more opportunities for young girls who dream of playing professionally. For decades, women's sports have had to fight for the same level of recognition and respect routinely given to men's leagues. When superstar athletes demonstrate that women's sports are worthy of serious investment, it helps challenge the outdated idea that these leagues are somehow secondary. It sends a message to athletes across basketball, soccer, tennis, and other sports that they can use their success to build something bigger than themselves. They don't have to wait until their playing careers are finished before becoming investors, entrepreneurs, or owners. At the same time, Clark has shown that she is carefully choosing where she spends her time. Reports surrounding the new 3-on-3 basketball league Unrivaled previously indicated that she had been offered a substantial amount to participate, but she ultimately did not join the league. That decision further highlights how Clark appears to be thinking about her career beyond simply saying yes to every opportunity. Whether she is competing on the basketball court, exploring business opportunities, or supporting another professional women's league, the bigger picture is becoming increasingly clear. Caitlin Clark is building a brand that extends far beyond basketball. And if Cincinnati eventually secures an NWSL franchise, Her involvement could become one of the most recognizable examples of an athlete using her platform to help shape the future of women's sports.